We are here with Kiran Brahmandam, who is the CEO of Gaming Analytics. And Kiran, you are in our sweet spot this year because we're asking everyone about artificial intelligence, and Gaming Analytics is an AI company. So before we get into specifics, just give everyone a little bit of an overview on Gaming Analytics.
Got it. Thanks, Frank. Again, thanks for the opportunity to talk to you and your audience. So gaming analytics, our whole mission is to help casinos leverage AI and transform the way how they run their business, right? Not just doing what they're doing today slightly better, but thinking about leveraging the tech to reimagine how they run their business, right? And as part of that goal, we help multiple departments in the casino to embrace AI, whether it is slots, marketing, player development, audit, compliance, finance. So think of us like an enterprise AI that's helping casinos run their business better, leveraging natural language processing, machine learning and AI, and providing actionable insights and recommendations. And we've been doing this for a while. We've got a lot of significant traction, and we've come a long way since I spoke to you at last G2E, and hopefully I can share some of that in the next few minutes.
A lot of your clients are smaller casino companies, tribal enterprises. We don't have too many of the big top tier names. Is that because the top tier names have their own independent AI operations going? Um, and it's the smaller guys who you can be most beneficial to?
No, that's actually not correct. So we have customers, our smallest customer is 600 machines. Our largest customer is 20,000 machines, right? So we've got a mix of tribal and commercial, small and large with multi-site enterprises. So to name some of the larger ones, Station Casinos, about 17 casinos, the Mohegan Enterprise, the Gila River with about 5,000 games, 5 properties, Desert Diamond, the Chickasaws, and so on and so forth, right? So yeah, no, it is the way when I look at my customer list, what I notice different is not the size of the casino, it's the mindset of the management teams that want to do things differently and that want to change according to the pace of what's happening with tech, right? And that seems to span regardless of what the size of the casino is. Yeah.
So that's a good point. You do have a lot of multi-property operators as well.
Yeah. And sure, there are some other big operators that want to build it in-house, right? But some of the large ones that we got recently, they've been building in-house for 10, 15, 20 years, and they've realized that, there are advantages to going to an outside vendor. And it's also a big leap of faith, right? To trust with all their operational procedures and data to a company like us and ensure that, we play a good role in their future. But I do see that people's minds have changed quite a bit in the last 18 months.
So when you go up to talk to a casino as a prospective customer, um, what do you tell them your competitive advantage is over the other guy?
Got it. See, I always believe the competitive advantage is not just one thing, right? It's not like, I've got this nice game mechanic that nobody else has, right? So the way we explain our value prop to the customers is, one, you guys are leaving a lot of money on the table, right? How can gaming analytics help you capture some of the money that you leave on the table without fundamentally disrupting, how you do your business? That's number one, right? Number two is we tell them where the future is. A part of my job is not just selling towards what the current problems are, what the actual opportunity with AI is. What is the opportunity gap versus the performance gap? And we paint a picture on where the industry or the casino can go towards and how our product can help. And as part of that, we show the operator all the amazing case studies that we have that other customers, have experienced through GA. Our tech platform, because one of the things with technology is as it's transitioning quite fast, our platform is kind of future proof. We work on some amazing graph database technologies that nobody else has. And we also are great partners, right? We show them how we are an extension to their team and some of their KPIs become our KPIs, right? and help them, achieve those KPIs. So it's a combination of having a great technology platform, having a great support team, and a lot of proven AI that's trusted by many, many enterprises, small to large, in the industry, and then painting a great picture of the future as to what we can achieve together. So, for example, right, I'll tell you the reason I started the company, which seems to resonate a lot with the casinos, is I believe the future of the casino industry or technology is a business user saying, "Hey, can I get an extra 3% coin in on a Tuesday?" Right? And then our software figures out the business intent, creates recipes on how to make it happen, and the business users are establishing guardrails on what AI can and cannot do, and the software makes it happen. Can you imagine, how efficient and how great a casino would be if we can get to that stage? And that's what our vision is. And we've built all the building blocks and slowly going towards that vision. So when we combine it with vision, with our current strengths and what we think the future holds, together seems to create a very distinctive competitive advantage.
You just used a phrase a few minutes ago, Karen, if I heard it correctly, which was future proof.
Yeah,
Explain what you mean by that.
got it. So one of the things that happens in the casino industry, right, is we have boatloads of data. Right? You got the slot data, table data, player, POS, online, social, iGaming. You got a bunch of information, right? And the way you connect to your casino players is changing every single day, or it's actually expanding. You got many more channels to reach out to your players to. What you need is a data platform that is able to ingest all this wealth of information and make it easy for customers to ask questions, get answers and insights, right? So there is a technology called graph technologies where it's very easy to connect the various sources of data into our platform and create a structure that is unlike the traditional SQL databases that all these companies use. And then we built a natural language processing engine on top of it. So when new data comes into our system, it's very easy for us to launch a feature because it's just one question away. Right? So as casinos start thinking about, I want to bring in some AML information into the product. I want to bring in some food and beverage information into the product to get a business 360. Our platform and architecture supports it out of the box. Right? So the rate of innovation and the time to value creation is much faster with our technological implementation that we have behind the scenes, right? And that's what makes it future proof, because now customers can get insights on any data on the fly and not have to worry about have to go through these large upgrade cycles. So
Technology is changing, obviously, as we all know, rapidly and at an accelerating pace. Do we reach an ultimate point in terms of casinos with AI where the casinos basically know everything they need to know about their player? Um, and if so, how close are we to that? And
got it.
go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead, finish the question. Sorry.
And then what then becomes somebody's competitive advantage?
Understand. So in terms of do casinos know everything about the player? The answer is not yet, right? A lot of casinos still operate in silos. The decision making is still in silos. And there are internal procedures and controls that restrict getting all the data into one spot, which we are helping casinos, break that barrier, right? Still probably in a year and a half to go before you know everything about the player, right? Now, in terms of the second question, which is, hey, do I know everything? I know everything about the players. What's the competitive advantage? That the analogy I would like to give is everybody has a camera, everybody has a mic, everybody can start a channel just like that, right? How come some podcasts are much more popular than the others? It's people and the management teams that are able to leverage the information that they have and being able to make those decisions faster and react and adapt are the ones that are going to win. So everybody will have a hammer in their hand, right? Everybody will have a chisel and a rock. Some people make beautiful sculptures and some don't, right? So that's how I view this technology as. So it's what is very important in this race for AI is management teams that truly understand that AI is not just a tool, it's a transformational, technology are the ones that are going to win, right?
Right.
So I don't know if I can give an example. I consider AI as electricity. So when Edison, invented electricity, he just didn't say, "I'm going to light a bulb." you know. Uh, so somebody else will come and say, I'll give you a better light bulb. But what electricity has done is it completely transformed how businesses operate, right? Like, for example, I heard Ford was one of the first the persons that leveraged electricity to completely automate their assembly line and transform the way how cars are built, right? That is the power of AI that I see, and management teams that understand it and say, how am I going to use this across the board, top to bottom, and reimagine and rethink are the ones that are going to win. If you just view AI as a tool, those are the management teams I believe, will over a period of time will fall behind.
When you look at responsible gaming,
Yes.
you know, you can argue two sides of it. You could say that all this data that's gathered on players and the ability to interpret it and you talk about maximizing the value. That's almost like a euphemism for exploiting.
Got
And
it.
then you could look at the other side and say, however, we also have all of these data and trends in which we can shortstop a player before they get into trouble. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah. See, I don't know if I agree that casinos are out there to maximize the value of the player, right? So the premise assumes that players are dumb either, right? Meaning players know when they're being gamed or tricked into. So you got to give some validity to the fact that players do have limited time or limited wallet to spend, right? So in that sense, you can leverage the tech to make sure that the players are getting the right experience. Meaning, if I would like to come and play $20 every trip, the smart decision is to say, I don't want to lose that player, and maybe I want to get an extra dollar or two, and not to say, let me just squeeze out $50 out of this player and make him go bankrupt. And then now you don't actually have customers to service. If you have declining population of your players, your businesses will not thrive because you have fewer people to serve to. So there is, I don't think operators are doing it that way. I don't think tech is going to get you, into that mode. And I don't think players, I think players are smart enough to figure that out, right? What tech does it is give the right experience to Frank at the right time. Now, going to the other side of responsible gaming, I think UNLV came up with some study recently that says operators that are responsible with their players actually increase the lifetime value of their players. Right? So that's an important study. I think folks can Google and research and study. In terms of AI for responsible gaming, just like the software predicts the likelihood of Kiran not coming back to the casino, AI also predicts which players are actually have the potential to become a compulsive gambler and then alert and do some preventative measures right up there. There are companies that do it. We're going to hopefully get one of those announcements out, hopefully before the show, where GA is going to partner with a responsible gaming company, a company that provides that software, and together we can create sustainable, responsible growth for the operators.
Okay, great. We're heading into G2E. What should folks expect to see at the gaming analytics booth?
Oh, I think, one thing I always hear from my customer, every year we come, our product is actually different. It goes to the next level. So just give you a little bit of background of what folks are used to seeing, right? They're used to seeing our slots module, our marketing module, our player development, our mobile apps, our real-time natural language processing, and AI generated insights, right? That is what the product is out there deployed at many casinos. What we are showcasing at G2E is what I call as agentic AI, right? Where we have a bunch of agents that are crawling through the data and finding insights that a human would never find, and also doing workflow automation. And what do I mean by that, Frank? Imagine just saying, invite my top 1,000 players for a VIP dinner on December 25th. Literally, users can ask the agent to do that. It'll go fetch the players. It's going to go create the task. It's going to assign the task to the host. Notifications will go to the host, and then they can go on actually inviting their players. That whole process actually takes days and weeks today, right? So with our agentic AI, users can instruct our AI to do work on their behalf, right? And then the second part that people will be very excited about is our voice activated and also a natural language process based intelligence tool, right? Where users can literally say, why did I make less money or more money today? And then our software will not only give you the answers, it gives you recipes on what actions they need to take. So the point being, customers will notice that we are moving from analytics to real-time intelligence, leveraging some cutting-edge tools and tools that are business user-friendly, that gives the operators an opportunity to rethink how they run their business.
Well, that's a great overview, Kiran. Anything else you would like folks to know about gaming analytics?
Yeah, come see our booth at 1416. And we started our company on the slot side. And a lot of people still think, we're a slot-focused product. We have an amazing slots module. But the amount of innovation, case studies, and deployments we have on database marketing, campaigns, optimizing campaigns using AI, real-time push notifications, and mobile apps and player development tools is mind-boggling. And I would encourage the audience to not only come check us out, but also you will get a glimpse on where we believe industry should head towards and our efforts in actually taking the industry there. So you'll be delighted, fascinated, and surprised.
Great. We look forward to it. Thank you, Kiran.
Thank you. Thank you, Frank.